Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and welcome to Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever, episode number 109. Let me catch up on chat, make sure everything's running okay, everything's working. Say hi to everybody. Reg Lab, how's it going? Joe Haynes. Charles King, how's it going? Charles, I think you'll be able to win some from me before the end of the month, because I'm down to 2 bags, and I'll make a new batch. So I don't know how many more Tuesdays we have in the month, but you're getting close. HD, thank you for being here. Donna, thank you for being here and being mods. I appreciate you both for all the assistance. Gary, how's it going? SRIP63, Ken Whalen, Mr. Minix, Aaron Mack, Stephen LeBlanc, Mark Sheldon. Who else? That just goes in spurts. Jurgen Kravitz, how's it going, brother? Nightbot, thank you for being here. CJ Hayes, thank you for being here. I actually need to open up Nightbot and make sure how everything's set up for him. Let me see. Let me check out my Nightbot, make sure. All right, there we go. I had to disable something, but I think he's good to go. We'll find out. So again, thanks everyone for being here. We're gonna pan out tonight. We're gonna be panning out some chicken miners. So, and I just saw somebody posted a video on one of these bags. What today? Oh, that's what happens. Let me see. Who was it? Who was posted? I know it was somebody. I saw somebody. I was like, oh my gosh. I wanted to watch it, but I was like, well, I want to get my results first. Who did the chicken miner today? I'm trying to see. No, I can't find it. My feed. But I know Ron, maybe, probably Ron. Oh, John R. John R. did it. So, but that's good. All right, let me make sure I'm on chat and everything. Pop out chat. Kind of flustered today. Package total, how's it going? James Olson. Who else we got here? Jason G, how's it going? Old Sasquatch, thank you for being here. That's awesome package total. Somewhere in Ohio. Hope you enjoy the Paydirt. Hope you find Bigfoot. I think out of the 5, I think 3 have been claimed already. So, Justin Miller, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Me T, SDI Prospecting. Yeah. I know, I'll be really curious to find out how much this is. This was a present, so I don't know. Now I know they used to sell a half-gram bag, and then they also sold a 1-gram bag. But if you go to their website now, they only have the half-gram listed, and it's out of stock, of course. But I don't know if this was a half-gram bag or a 1-gram bag. I mean, I guess I could figure it out in the end. If it looks like if it's over a gram, then it is. But we'll have to see. I've seen some pretty mixed results on this year's batch. So, all right, let's pop out chat. I can look at my ugly mug, make sure everything is working. All right, there we go. And then pop out chat. And nope, don't want to do that. And hey, Sean, Mike, thank you for being here, Sean. Appreciate it. The Chase Adventure, thank you for being here. Bet we'll have a 1.5 grams. I don't know. I'm not sure they did they do a 1-gram year bag this year? Does anyone know? I mean, I know they did a half-gram bag, obviously, because it's still on their website. But I just don't know if they did a 1-gram or not. Stickers went out today. That's awesome. I just got in my new stickers as well. And then I looked at the price of stamps, and I was like, oh, do I really want to send people stickers? Stamps are ridiculous. Rebel Dog, thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. You just lurking in the background. I appreciate you being here, brother. That's awesome, Matthew Phelps. That's awesome. That's some pretty good 5.5 grams in a day. I wouldn't mind doing that. So, but yeah, it's been a while since I've reviewed Chicken Miner. I think it's been probably like 2 years, 2.5, 3 years almost. So, because they don't keep it in stock very long, it's typically a pretty good bag. But I think I saw some reviews this year that were not the best, but I think those were all the half-gram bags. And once you start getting half-gram bags and stuff like that, the ROIs tend to be lower. So, Bayou got over a gram and a half, but it's. There's a difference between people that order themselves and it's known that they might put a video out, and then there's ones that use secret shoppers, there's ones that are gifts. So his is the only one. I think, who was it? Somebody else got a really bad bag. So I don't know. And we'll see. We'll see what we get. I'll have to do some research and see if they had a 1 gram bag this year. So. And see if they had a half gram. Because just looking, there's only a half gram. So hopefully we'll see with the results. Hey, the Chase Adventure. I've been trying to avoid talking about lynch mining too much on here, like negatively. Just because it's other Paydirts are here. Tonight we're doing Chicken Miner. But sadly, it seems a lot of people, I've been getting more emails from about lynch mining shipping incredibly slowly than I have in years. It's every once in a while you get an email from them, but in the last month I've probably got a dozen emails from people saying that they're incredibly slow shipping, and that once they filed a chargeback, they finally got the tracking numbers, and I don't want to say not to buy lynch mining. I kind of do still like lynch mining. I did a review on them not too long ago, and it wasn't absurdly long time getting my shipping. So, I don't know. Donna, thank you very much. Ryan C., thank you again. Thank you very much. And no worries. Better late than never. T-Rep Adventures, how's it going? And I know it's one of those things too, is typically if somebody has a good experience, they tend to not share that experience. Whereas if they have a negative experience, you feel the need to share it with everybody. So you don't know, if I get a dozen emails about them shipping slow, does that mean there's 120 people that were satisfied with their shipping? I don't know. I might have to next month have a secret shopper order a bag. I might not do a review on it, but I might just post something about how the shipping is and stuff. I like lynch mining. I think they got decent Paydirt. I think it's a pretty beginner's Paydirt. I don't think it's as good as it used to be, but that tends to be the trend with most companies. They start out good, then not all companies, but if a company starts out good, a lot of times they tend to go down more than they tend to go up. So, Gold Bay, I used to never hear any complaints about Gold Bay, and I hear more complaints about Gold Bay now than I did 2 or 3 years ago. As companies grow, as they do more business, it gets harder and harder to, produce the same results. If you sell 10 bags a month, it's pretty easy. I could put 10 bags a month together, but if all of a sudden I started selling 1,000 bags a month, it makes it a lot more difficult, and you've got to, start hiring people. And then you say, well, now I've got to start raising my prices a little bit. It's one of those things. I still think they're a decent company. I just, a little weary of their shipping. So I like Gold Bay. They're one of my favorite companies, And generally, it's one of the things is it's most companies, you only have a problem with them if you get, something happens bad. Somebody recently emailed me about Gold Bay. They had an issue with Gold Bay, and the only reason they were complaining was because they contacted them and never heard back. Whereas, if you contact them, then it goes there. Everybody's popping the hidden links. So, and that's when you need a company. If you have, nothing to say to the company. You're probably not going to post something. I don't know. I probably will add a bag of lynch mining coming up soon. Next time they do a good giveaway, I'll have one of my secret shoppers buy a bag just to see what happens and track their shipping. But I did do a review, what was it, like 2 months ago with their reserve Paydirt, and the shipping wasn't bad. It really wasn't. And it went through a secret shopper, so... I got a new theory. They don't have the gold. Well, they're in Arizona, so I don't think it's frozen. Took a chance with gold nugget sales. We got the Colorado game. Oh, I love gold nugget sales. Is my second favorite Paydirt. Vendetta is my favorite Paydirt, and gold nugget sales is about as close as you can get to Vendetta as being a top. Taking that top spot last year. So, two favorite Paydirts, gold nugget sales, Vendetta prospecting. You cannot go wrong with either one. Hey, Chris W., how's it going? Anyone else I missed in chat, I apologize. Anthony Wait, Nightbot, how are you doing? Shane Prothero. Yeah, I mean, it was... lynch mining, I think somebody told me that lynch mining in one of their emails to them even told them in the email, I guess, where they ordered, it was the receipt, that they were like 4 weeks behind. So I don't know. There is no AU and AZ, so that might be the problem. And hey, Kathleen, how are you doing today? Big Texas Prospecting, how's it going? I know it does that for me too. Even though I'm broadcasting, what I see here, my tablet's over here to my left where I have chat for when I'm panning. And I'll see something pop up here, like when somebody donates here, and it takes it about 10 to 20 seconds to pop up on my tablet. So, and then I'll have to look over there. That's why if you see me glancing over there, it's because something pops up over there that's making me look over there. Hey, MJ, how's it going? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. HD Shovelhead. All right. Well, we're going to just go do some panning. We got 3 pounds to go through today, and it's been a long time since I've done some chicken miners, so I don't remember how difficult it is, how fine the gold is. You know, we might be here a while. It might be pretty quick. We'll find out. 8-3 Sky Warrior. How's it going, brother? Thank you for joining us tonight. But let's see if the panning cam is working. I was having all kinds of issues with my... Good thing I came down here early. I set up at like 3 o'clock because I added a mount for my tablet so I could start looking at chat through that as opposed to my phone. Unfortunately, I set it up wrong and it needs to be at a different angle, so I'm going to have to fix it again, but it'll work for tonight. But when I was setting up, my panning cam wasn't working. It took me forever to get it to work. So let's shrink down the ugly mug. There you go. Panning cam is there. Set that up. Move some stuff around. A little darker in there. There we go. Open up chat while I move stuff around. Thank you for getting... I know, see, I had to actually add another shelf. You can't see it, but I actually added another shelf because I didn't have enough space. When I designed this, I didn't actually do any measuring to see like how tall things were. And, you know, because if I would have done that, I didn't need the height that I needed on all the shelves. I kind of spaced them all out the exact same. When I should have just made one tall shelf, one medium shelf, then a whole bunch of small shelves to stuff things on. But I didn't do that, so I'm having to pick and choose what I could put on there. And I noticed I had one last piece of wood, so I said, man, I can put another shelf up there. Let me put another shelf. So, all right. Hey, Joey Brown, how's it going? Thank you very much, Flash. I appreciate that very much. Dean, thank you for being here. Anyone else I miss, I apologize. All right, let's open up this bag. Hey, Dib, how's it going, Dib Dibberson? All right, there we go. 3 pounds. We'll dump it in a pan. Be curious if we get that 1.5 grams. There's the material. Pretty dark stuff. I used to always like Chicken Miner. It just got so hard. Sadly, it was because of people like me doing reviews on them. They got way too popular and everyone started buying it all. So it made it hard for me to get it. No, I haven't had Justin buy anything. I know which secret shoppers people know about. That's why I use multiple secret shoppers, because I know some people know who some of my secret shoppers are. Some people can figure out who some of my secret shoppers are. So I spend lots of time working to make sure that people don't figure out who my secret shoppers are. I'm not saying it's never happened. I did have somebody guess soon after it was ordered a Paydirt, and they asked if I had a secret shopper order it. But then I got the last laugh because I ended up not doing a review on that Paydirt. It ended up falling through. Well, there's some dirty stuff. So much for that clean water. Hey, Home Zoo and Prospecting, how's it going? Wait, hold on. I missed that message. What was that? Flash, yeah. Yeah, he did tell me he got it. No, I don't even pay attention to traffic here. I almost never drive. I seldom go out. I walk. My daily walk. I go with my bikes. With my son. And that's about it. Dylan's IP pops up. I know. Who was it? I know you were telling me you could tell when I show up on your website. Who was it? There was another seller who used to get so aggravated with me because I would go, and it's just a habit I have. I always go to sellers and I check out their website, see if they have any new Paydirts, I look around, check their prices, things like that. And his was one of the ones I would frequently go to, but the way his cart was set up is you could not see the prices on shipping until you put in an email address. So I used to just make up email addresses, goobity-goop@googity-goop.com. And he knew it was me. And he used to get aggravated because he was he was using a mailing list system. And he said, they charge you per name. And he said, I was adding all these names to his list and it was costing him money. So I had to tell him to stop adding people's names for unwanted emails. So a little bit of fly poop in there. We got some smaller pieces in here. But some gold, first pan, which is good. Because if this is a 1/2 gram bag, this is going to be a loaded 1/2 gram bag if we're already seeing gold. Hey, Wheeze and Geezer. No worries, Wheeze. I don't worry about anything like that. I don't worry about... I'm just here to entertain myself. And if, I get some subscribers, and so I get some subscribers. Graveyard Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for being here. All right, Joey. '26 never got licensed. I mean, I drive to the grocery store and stuff like that, but I try to I do 1 day trip. That's it. I save all my errands for 1 day, and I drive a whole bunch. Bob's Pistols and Paydirt. How's it going, brother? Been a little bit. But thank you for joining us tonight. I know the piece I got, the special piece of gold I got coming in from Gold Nugget sales got lost in the mail. I'm so disappointed. I have never ordered anything that wasn't just like nuggets just for giveaways or stuff like that. And I ordered a little bitty piece just so I could have that little bitty piece. It's probably going to end up getting given away anyway. But I thought for sure it'd be here this weekend, and it wasn't here this weekend. Thought maybe it'd be here Monday. I looked, and it's lost. Which is a bummer, because it's not just like a nugget. It's, you know, a special little nugget. Yeah, all gold matters, yes. I've been painting at work, then come home to clean and paint. And a couple more pieces. You know, find a couple pieces in every pan. We'll be doing good. Hey, I am Zaxxon. How's it going? I marked my nuggets to ultraviolet food dye. Yeah, but that doesn't do me any good if the package doesn't arrive. It'll arrive, I'm sure. But I just don't like waiting. I wanted to see it, look at it. You know, it's one thing you see something in a picture. You know, if you ever go on like Nuggets by Grant, you see they're like 1 gram nuggets. Those things look like they're the size of your fist. And then you get them in hand and you're like, oh my. And this is kind of like that, you know. I just want to see what it looks like. You know, it's a beautiful picture. It looked beautiful. But you want to see what it looks like while it's in your hand. I want it to stop raining. It hasn't rained here, I think, yesterday. I know this weekend I needed to warm up a little bit because I need to put gutter guards on my gutters. The Paydirt and the same goal back. More small stuff in one nice little. I think it's a little bit too small to pick. Maybe. More. So far, it's every pan. I think this was, if I looked correctly, I think the half-gram bags were $70. I don't know if they charged shipping or not. I'll have to double check. And plus, my buddy that got this for me, I don't know how long it's been sitting on his shelf, you know. Yeah, I was looking at some pictures of the snow in Cali. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. No, we haven't really gotten any snow in Indiana this year. It really sucks. Or at least in southern Indiana. We got some frosting, and that was about it. And that's, I think it's been like the last 3 years. All we've been getting is ice, 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 and then like a ½ inch of snow, just enough to cover the ice so you can get in a wreck. I know, it was nice of you, MJ. Still got some gold in there. All my family is from Southern Indiana. Yeah, I don't have any family in Southern Indiana except for my kids and me. That's it. I'm really hoping when my kids get older, if they decide to move out of state, they move somewhere good. So I can pick to live closer to one of them that's not Indiana, you know. If they stay here, they stay here. Yeah. And Newburgh. Well, that's what when I first moved here, Newburgh and Evansville. I live in Evansville right now, but when we first moved here, I moved to Newburgh. But Newburgh's just too expensive when you're single. But I wouldn't send it to me. Banshee's getting lots of snow. Well, she's been hobbled, so the snow wouldn't have bugged her too much. That's good. I don't know if I'm subscribed to Chase. I'll have to look. I think I am. I thought I put it in there, but I'll have to look. If you want to remind me, Chase, later, once my face is actually on this big screen again, and you'll have to look at my ugly mug, remind me and I'll double check. Couple little pieces. Dirty gold. I mean, you won't be able to see it on here, but this gold isn't really bright and shiny. It's a lot coppery looking, you know. It's closer to copper than bright gold. Brazil. I have no idea where Brazil is. I'm not a fan of Indiana. I'm a Southern boy. I miss Louisiana. I love Louisiana. I love New Orleans, areas like that. So I've been to so few places in Indiana, I couldn't tell you. I'm at the very southern bottom portion of Indiana. I didn't even know there was a Brazil around here. And hopefully you're doing better, old Sasquatch. I apologize for not saying something earlier. But hopefully you're on the mend. I see gold spot moving up on those bank failures. Yeah. Well, gold's been kind of going up and down a lot the last couple of years. Like the last 2 years, ever since COVID, gold has really been really herky-jerky. But oh, there you go. Going through Louisiana. I'll watch those. No Paydirt until April, MJ? Oh, my. I would go crazy. Oh, wait. April's like what? That's like 2 weeks away. I would still go crazy. That's too long. Oh, I am Zexon. Golden Hand is better than, that's it. Well, I don't think that wasn't a real bank. That was a VC type bank. It was a millionaire's bank. So the vast majority of their customers had over $250,000 in there. So which is why the government's going to cover all the funds past $250,000. Those are all rich people. You can't have rich people lose their money. More gold, more gold. And this one little rock that will cause problems later, we'll get rid of it. Louisiana Saturday night. One of these days, I'll get back there. One of these days, my car will break down. Knock on wood, doesn't happen anytime soon. Then I'll have to buy something new, and then I won't be worried about long drives. Then I can drive all over the place. I have no idea what you're saying, graveyard prospecting. Someone got a gram. I have no idea, Chase. I know if you go by YouTube's algorithm for all videos, YouTube will tend to tell you that videos should be 10 to 12 minutes is what YouTube suggests for every classification. Doesn't matter what kind of video you're making, what the subject is, because 10 minutes is when you get to really put in a whole bunch of ads, but people don't want to watch much more than 10 minutes, so. But then you got to wonder too, since they're really pushing all these shorts, do really people want to watch 10-minute videos? Well, there's a big old piece of gold in there. Hey, PA Patriot. I mean, I try to keep my videos. I mean, when I first started, my videos used to be like 30 minutes. Somewhere around there, like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And then it took me a while to figure out how to get them down. So, but now they generally are anywhere from about 12 minutes to 16 minutes where I try to keep my videos at. If it's just a regular review, I try to keep them around 12 minutes. Just one, it's over 10 minutes for, you can tell them where to put ads and stuff like that. And then, it's a little picker, but this thing is light. A little picker in there, but it is super light. I doubt it weighs very much. This probably weighs less than a tenth. And just my Paydirt battles tend to be just longer just because I'm putting in a lot of panning. And you can only speed it up so much. My ability to sit 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm the same way. I mean, I will generally watch a video, unless it's really something I want to watch. You know, like if it's something super educational and I want to like get those facts all in my head at once. Otherwise, you know, I'll forget. Most of the time, about 10 minutes is my limit, and then I pause it and I come back to it later. No worries. Yeah, I mean, I don't worry. Dib Dibberson, I don't worry about how long my videos are. I just try to keep them down because, you know, it's the formula I use. It was just, I tended to talk way too much in my old videos because I can ramble, especially if I'm, you know, not happy with the Paydirt. I could ramble for 15 minutes about how much I dislike the Paydirt. But I realized, you know, most of that was just personal and, you know, it's just a learning process. You change your videos as you learn how to change what you're going to do, what you want to say, things like that. But Kathleen. That's the way to beat him. Yeah, I don't watch any short. I mean, okay, I won't say I don't watch any shorts. Every once in a while, I will watch a short if it's something, the title catches my name from one of my subscribers, one of the channels I subscribe to. But generally, I won't watch shorts because 90% of the shorts that are on YouTube are nothing but, like, it was funny, right when I logged in today, I mean, I'm only subscribed to Paydirt companies or Paydirt reviewers or, prospectors, things like that. And then I think I'm only subscribed to like 3 other channels that have nothing to do with prospecting. Because the rest I just look up when I want to watch them. One is a guy who, Baumgartner Restoration, a guy who restores classical paintings. I watch him. I watch Rich Rebuilds. Not so much anymore, just because he doesn't do as much Tesla stuff. But I do like watching people rebuild Teslas and stuff like that. Rich Rebuilds, and maybe one other channel. And that's about it. And yet today, all the shorts are on there are nothing but women in like no clothing. And it's like, whatever they have to say, I don't want to hear. They're obviously not saying anything intelligent or, thought-provoking. It's just, body parts jiggling. And they have other websites for that. I just don't understand that. It's the weirdest thing. I don't understand. Like YouTube had that huge crackdown. If you post a video on YouTube, you have to tell them that it's kid appropriate or not kid appropriate. And yet all the shorts are nothing but half naked people, More gold. That's why I don't watch most shorts. I won't click on them, anything. So, all right, Anthony, thank you very much. Too short. April Fool's bag, a 7-gram. Or a bag with ground pyrite. Ooh. I don't think people would be too happy with the ground pyrite, though. That's it. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't mind the shorts, but I mean, I understand people are going to have what content they want to produce because there's a lot of channels out there that just have body parts jiggling that are more than shorts. They'll do that for 30 minutes straight. And that's their content, and they're more than welcome to do that. It doesn't bug me at all. I just choose not to watch things like that. But at least not on YouTube anyway. I just wish they would divide it up. It just drives me crazy that I cannot. If I go to my YouTube homepage, it's videos, shorts, videos, shorts. If I go to my subscriber list, it's videos, shorts, videos, shorts. Just separate them. Make it so I can look at what only videos are out, and make it so I can look at just what shorts are out. So I can avoid all the shorts, Oh, yeah. The scales is a big problem. I know that's a big problem. I see, it's funny, like I watch some videos of people, in our community that use some really, really bad scales that I know are bad scales. But a lot of times, you go on Amazon, it's got good reviews, and it's $20, $10, And if they're not doing a review, it doesn't matter. But I can tell you, I went through so many scales when I first started this. I mean, just a massive amount of scales. I would buy a scale off Amazon, weigh it, and, the fluctuation would be so bad, I'd buy a different scale, use it. But I love the scale I use now. I haven't had a problem with it. I probably need to replace it. It's getting about that age. I probably should buy a backup. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of like the trend, but you know, companies got to make money. So if this is what keeps YouTube afloat, if they need shorts to stay afloat, I'm all for it. They can have shorts, just don't mix them together. You know, do one, do the other. Make them separate. I mean, at least just make it easier for me to pick and choose what I want to view. You know, it's kind of like that recommendations. You know, you can be watching nothing but, you know, muscle car videos on how to build muscle cars. And then they'll recommend, you know, like, oh, do you want to know how to plant a garden? You know, it's like, no, what makes you think I need to plant a garden? You know, I am Zaxxon. Yeah. Oh, I can't tell you, you know, I cannot remember the seller I did a review on a while back. I mean, it was probably like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And maybe not that long, I don't know. But it came up, it was like 0.99, something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to pause the video I was shooting, go back, repan everything out. Didn't find any gold. Had to go back, repan everything out. I had to clean my sink to see if maybe a piece had fallen somewhere. It drove me crazy. But it wasn't there. So then, I think in the video I even say, I mean, it was 0.995. And I think even in the video I say it could be a variation of my scale or their scale. And I didn't hold it against them. I mean, I did do the ROI based off of that amount of gold. But man, I was sure I missed a piece of gold. And to this day, I still might have missed a piece of gold. I mean, it could have fallen, could have been stuck in the bag, and I still didn't rinse it out good enough or something. That's it. That's why the scale I use is the one I use. It's for pew pew powder. I know this Paydirt's lasting a while. You know, there's one thing I do miss. I mean, I know there's a trend where most Paydirts are now, even the bags I sell are under 1 pound because of shipping. You know, shipping has gotten so expensive. When I first started doing this, when I first started doing reviews, I think priority mail shipping in a small box, I think when I first started doing this was $5, $5.25. So everybody sold 3-pound bags. I mean, a half-gram bag would be 1 pound. Anything over that, everybody sold 3-pound bags. Now, most sellers are 1 pound or less. Just because shipping is, you know, $8.50 for a priority mail. But I do miss 3-pound bags. I really like them. I might have to start stockpiling some 3-pound bags for these Tuesday night shows, because some of these ones we go through so quick. But my cheap scale matched the weight of the clean shop scale. More gold. I don't know if I showed y'all or not, but there's more gold. So far, every pan has had gold. Doing pretty good. I even like, they do a smaller scale. I don't think I've ever put it on video, but the same company that makes the scale that I do, they also have a smaller version. It's not as good. I've weighed a couple things up on it where it's been off of what the bigger scale does, but I think it was like $30. So if you're going to get a $30 scale, it's definitely one to use. Hey, TM. Not sure if I said hi to you, but how's it going? Yeah, like my son loves shorts. He doesn't watch TikTok. He only watches shorts on YouTube. Unfortunately, you know, he's young, he's impressionable, so I have to hear about how he can't eat different foods because he watched a short about it, but, you know. Yeah, I do know about, and it's the same thing with, like, you know, you're supposed to let your scales sit there for a while. If batteries are low, because that's what I use, rechargeable batteries in my scale, and I replace them before each video. You scale from a headshot. We just still had a triple beam. I tried for the longest time. I tried to find a really good triple beam because that's what I originally thought. I was like, I'm going to use a triple beam. But those things are so fiddly. Man, I was like, I'll be here all day. My videos will be 30 minutes again, going back through them. Another bigger piece of gold. This is a nice bag. I just wish I knew if this was a 1 gram or a half a gram. Because if I end up getting like 1 gram, it'd be a great half a gram bag, but a so-so 1 gram bag. All right, MJ. Oh, go do some barbecue. I do miss some good barbecue. My son does not like barbecue. So I don't really do barbecue almost ever. Second to last pan, then we get to go do the finishing pan. But I'm enjoying this Paydirt. It does have some stuff floating around the sink. It's got some organics, but not too bad. Luckily, it seems to all moving away. And it is dirty, but not too dirty. I appreciate that, Kathy. Yeah, that's what, you know, one of the things is, I was going to say it earlier tonight, but I forgot because I kind of got sidetracked, is as much I really dislike most of my old reviews. I really dislike, you know, my ugly mug on some of them and just the way I shot some of them. But I will never delete them as much as I dislike them just because those are still reviews. And, you know, eventually one day this channel I will move on to different adventures or something, or, you know, be too old. My eyes will go bad and I won't be able to do these videos anymore. Is I will leave them up here just so, you know, it still keeps companies to do better, you know. It'll still always be a nice reference for people to say, oh, that Paydirt really, and not so much for the good Paydirts, because most people know who the good Paydirt sellers are, and word of mouth will keep spreading about them. But they're really bad Paydirt sellers. You know, it'll keep more people from getting ripped off if, you know, 10 years from now, somebody says, oh, who's this Paydirt, Paystreak Paydirt? I mean, oh, look, there's a video on it, you know. And if they see it suck then, it's probably going to suck in 10 years from now, too. You don't like barbecue when Dylan cooks? No, he does not look like barbecue. I can honestly say, though, I'm probably not a very good barbecue cook because I don't barbecue that often, so I'm not very fancy barbecue cook, so I can see why he probably doesn't like it, but, you know. I'm not a huge barbecue fan myself, so. You know, I'll eat it and it's good if I go to a restaurant or something. Like the gemstone dirt you did with the kids? Yeah. Sadly, my kids, you know, my daughter's gotten to the age where she will not be on a video again, ever again. My daughter will never be on another video of mine. And that's been for a couple of years, you know. She has her own YouTube channel she did for about a year, and then she quit that. Because, again, it gets to the point where people want your face on the videos, and she's got other things in her life going on. She doesn't want to do videos anymore. But my daughter will never be in a video again. And my son is kind of, you know, they get older. They don't find the interest in buying, digging up, you know, Ethiopian rubies anymore. They're not as spectacular anymore. So I've been trying to get him into silver stacking a little bit. But that's an expensive hobby. It's not something that would be worth doing videos about. The spices and maple bacon. See, I'm not a fan of maple bacon. I do not like maple bacon. It drives me crazy. I do not like maple syrup. I do not like maple syrup at all. Not in a house with a cat with a green eggs and ham. Well, thank you, SDI. That's why, you know, there's been some, like, there's even some reviews that I want to delete that are good reviews. I just, Just because, like, you know, if I win a bonus bag, you know, there's been a couple times where I've gotten some bonus bags. I hate having those videos up there because, you know, I have one for golden. I think I have like 6 or 7 Paydirt reviews of golden Paydirt, and I think it's 7 maybe golden Paydirt reviews, and 6 of them are absolutely atrocious. They're just the typical 20% from golden Paydirt. And then I have one where I got a bonus bag where I got a really good ROI. And sadly, that is the one that gets the most views, and I hate that video. I have multiple times thought about deleting that video because I don't want people to think that that company, you have a chance of getting that. But it's a video. It is what I got, so I leave it up there. But I think I did put in the description that it was a bonus bag multiple times so people would know. I have a strong liking of maple flavor. My kids love maple syrup. And it drives me crazy because they want maple syrup on their pancakes. And I want some Aunt Jemima on my pancakes. All right, some more gold. Thank you very much, Mark. Really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. All right, this is the last of it. Now we do the finishing pan. Let's see what we got here. I know, Weez, and it's, I think I have to, let me look here. I think I have to look. Because I'm actually redesigning my front page of my website again. Yeah, I actually took off the golden Paydirts off my top list. I did have an explanation for it. Like if you clicked on it and went to my website, like if you went to that review, I had on there that it was a bonus pan. But I took it off and I'm actually going to change it on my website. I'm redesigning. I'm hiring my son to to pull numbers for me because I don't feel like watching all my old videos and getting the numbers again. But I'd be changing it so older companies aren't getting highlighted so much. Because like on my list on my website right now, all the top results predominantly are like lynch mining, golden Paydirt, things like that for the top ROIs. But those were all reviews from like 4 and 5 years ago. You know, where the golden, I think I got 111% from Vendetta and like 106% from Golden Nugget sales. But they're lower on the list because, you know, they're 140% like I got from Lynch Mining 5 years ago. So I need to like make it based on how recent they are too. To break down and buy a Falcon pan. I have a Falcon pan on my shelf that I've used once. I need to break down and start using a Falcon pan. Here, let me go. I need to go. Give me a second. I'm gonna go pull the Falcon pan right now. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Here, this might be too bright. But yeah, see, I have my Falcon pan. It's dirty and stained up. I think I've used it twice. It's just been sitting on my shelf so much. But I'm gonna put it over here on the side because we're gonna use it one night. We're just gonna do a Falcon pan only night. So we're gonna put it off to the side. So I remember to do that one night. Because I have been wanting to start using it a little bit, see how it is. Well, I'm not going to delete the video. It is something I wish YouTube allowed you to do, was edit stuff and put in stuff inside the videos. But I did take it off my website, you know, and I'll probably eventually all those high ROI winch minings are going to go off my website as well. I mean, they'll still be on there and they'll still be listed. They just won't be on the front homepage. I'd rather advertise companies that are still putting out 100% ROIs now. I think the golden, it does have it in the description that it was a bonus bag and not to take it serious. And on my website, if you go to my website and you click the link, it goes to that page on my website where bright red letters, I tell you, it's a bonus bag and 5 years old or whatever. But yeah, I've only deleted one video, and that was because YouTube made me delete the video because they gave me a copyright strike for it. And I've just been too lazy to fight it because the seller kind of went under soon after. I mean, I think like a month later, he was no longer selling Paydirt, so it didn't really matter. And if he ever comes back, then I'll make a new review on him. Some people play Paydirt like the lottery. I mean, I know a couple people. I mean, I have people that I'm friends with that still buy crazy bags of Paydirt. They buy a lot of bags of Paydirt off of eBay. And I know why. It's because it is the hunt. You know, it's the same thing as like, you know, me and my kids, I still spend, you know, $10 a week on lottery tickets, you know, scratcher tickets. Because it's the fun. I know we're never going to win anything. We're lucky if we get $1 back each week. But, you know, it's kind of that you want the chance, just like in a real lottery. It's the reason why people play the chase bags, you know. I'm not a fan of the chase bags. I still review them every once in a while when there's a decent one, but, you know. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed something. Oh, yeah. Big Time Gold Ventures. I don't know if I know who that is, Kathleen. Here, I'm going to Google it right now. Well, we'll have to try that. Hey, Roberto, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Carson Prospecting. I don't know if I said hi to you, Carson. Thank you for joining me. When I first started panning, I used to pan my Paydirt out so many times because I knew I was missing gold. I would pan it and pan it and pan it until I didn't even see a speck of gold, even if I couldn't get it to come out. And then I would still save it and pan it out some more, but a couple bags. So I'd buy one bag and I'd probably pan it out 2 dozen times, then throw it in a bucket. And then I'd buy another bag, pan it out 24 times, then throw it in a bucket. And then once the bucket was full, I'd repan out the whole bucket. It's a cheaper hobby than strip clubs. It depends on what area of town you're in. I've been to some strip clubs at $80. You're the boss. With $80, you're getting married. I know, Kathleen. I just went and opened it up. I'm bookmarking it. As soon as I get upstairs, I'm gonna add it to my list. Nowadays, I don't pan it back as much. And that's mostly just because I have like a gold cube sitting in my corner, and I'm pretty sure I catch all the gold. So, you know, but I still save the dirt. I was actually just looking at, I've got 3 5-gallon buckets full of dirt that I need to run through my cube I've probably run it through my cube before. And actually, I'm 99% positive it is tailings that have run through my cube before. But since I didn't mark it on the bucket that it's been, I refuse to throw it out. So I need to run it through my cube again before I dump it in my yard and fill some potholes. Oh, this flat little piece wants to go. The tailings fill holes in the yard? Yes, they do. You can always tell where in my yard where tailings have been because there's all kinds of different weeds in that patch. I've got regular Indiana weeds on most of my yard, but spots where it's tailings from other paydirts, weeds from different parts of the country. Got some Florida weeds in one section. I've got some Alaska weeds in another section. California weeds in another section. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Eagle Eye Prospector, how's it going? Oh. No, I've not been to Martinsville. I'm supposed to go, not 100%, but I know I'm going to really, really try to go to a little bit northern to meet up with A3 Sky Warrior and Brian over at Indiana Creek Prospecting and a couple other people this year. And I think Vendetta might be coming up, but I don't know. It's not going to be until, I think, May or something like that. But no, I do know where you're talking about, Chase is. And no, I haven't been there. It is on my bucket list, though. I'd like to go. I know they have like a restaurant or something that lets you go in their backyard and do it. Those Cali weeds are illegal. Oh, they're definitely illegal in Indiana. They're never going to be legal in Indiana. Indiana is not the place. They don't even like you drinking here in Indiana on Sundays. I mean, come on. But there's gold in Indiana. It's mostly in northern Indiana. But there is gold. There's a lot of channels. Indiana gold. Yeah. Michigan's not Indiana. Indiana is, I don't think Indiana has even introduced it yet. You know, like there's been a whole bunch of states that have turned down legalizing it. But I don't even think Indiana's bothered to even put it up for vote once. But, I mean, I don't mess with the funky weed anyway, so it doesn't bug me one way or another. If they legalize it or not. Yeah. I mean, I personally think it should be legal, but you know, it won't affect me if it's not. It won't affect me if it is. You know, I just don't see a reason not to. You know. Yeah, not sure how much gold is in here. It's definitely not looking super heavy, but I'm guessing it's definitely more than a half a gram. So I'm guessing this was a 1 gram bag. I'm not sure it's that much more over a gram either. Nope, not even medicinal in Indiana. They haven't even tried. They don't, you know. This is just one of those places. It was funny. Like I remember the first time when I moved here, the first Sunday, I went to the store to go buy some beer. I was like, I'm getting me some beer to watch the football games. They're like, we don't sell beer on Sunday. What's wrong with you? Where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Louisiana. And they're like, nope. No buying beer on Sundays. Now they let you buy beer. I think they let you buy beer on Sundays, but only for a few hours. It's just all craziness. I know that's what I told my kids. I said, if when you're older, if you still live here and they go to legalize weed, buy up all the land you can and just start growing it. That's where the money's at. It's right when it opens. They had when they legalized it first in California, they had so many people become instant millionaires just by investing in dispensaries or selling, you know, the product. You know, you had some land and all of a sudden you just went and grew some weed really quick and you're like, bam, here, I'll sell it to you, Mr. Dispensary. But all right. See, I was saying that the organics were playing nice earlier and now they're being mean. Yeah, there's no more SE pans. I actually had found or not me. One of my subscribers found a company that said they still had some back stock of them, and they wouldn't dig through them, but they would sell them all to me. And they sent me a picture. And they did have a green SE pan, but they said I had to buy the entire stock, and it was like, I think it was 40. 49, 50 pans, something like that. So I agreed to buy all their pans. I bought all the pans, and I think there was 12. Out of the 48 pans, I think 12 were actually old stock SC pans. But I didn't pay very much. I paid, I think, $1.86 per pan. So it was a really good deal. I couldn't pass it up just on the gamble that they were SC pans. And out of the 12 pans, 9 of them were black. So, which aren't very good finishing pans anyway. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? No worries. Get better, brother. Yeah, package. So that's what it was. Right when you get into a state, you got to invest heavy, spend, sell, do this, and then get out quick. Because then after that, the big companies come in, buy everything out. It is exactly what happened in California. All the dispensaries that opened at first were all little bitty mom and pop dispensaries. They made bank. All the weed dealers or the weed providers were small little companies, and they made bank, and they all became millionaires. And then the big companies came in and steamrolled them all out of there. And now if they tried to fight them, they ended up going broke because they got undercut and everything else. You just got to make that money quick. All right. I think we're done. I'm going to put some clean water in here just so it's prettier. No worries, no rush, brother, no rush. It is going to sit on my shelf for 2 months anyway, so you don't rush. I promise you, do not rush. MJ sent me some dirt. It's still sitting on my shelf. I won some Paydirt from John R. Prospecting last year sometime. And it's still sitting on my shelf. But there we go. That's our gold for tonight. Looks a little bit, I gotta say, that's probably a gram. I think that's a gram. I'm not gonna say, I don't think it's much more than that. But, all right. That's ugly mug time. But then we're gonna give away some Paydirt. Oops, sorry about that. That was loud. All right. Hey, Tony, how's it going? How you been doing? All right. Let's get the ugly mug on camera. Shrink down. Panning cam. Oh. That's not my ugly mug. Where's my ugly mug? Y'all want to see the ugly mug. There you go. There we go. There's the ugly mug. Put the gold down there. Pop up my chat so I can see that. And then, let's see. Oh, that's it, Reg. Well, that's just the way anything is in anything, any industry. The people that fight against it, once they lose, they realize that's where all the money's at. They invest in it, you know. $1.125. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I will do a Wednesday total on this. I will post a video tomorrow with the totals on this, but I won't be able to do an ROI or anything else. And I don't even know if it was a half gram bag or a 1 gram bag, because this was a gift and with no explanation, it just showed up. So, but I am curious on how much it is. We'll see. I don't think if it is over a gram, it doesn't look like that much more. Some of those pieces are, the bigger pieces are really, really light. So we'll have to see. Hey, Richard B, how's it going? Just Be Cool Metal Detecting, how's it going? All right. Still have to give away some Tuesday tailings. So we have some Tuesday tailings, and this is the last. We have 2 bags left of Tuesday tailings. So we're almost at the end of this batch, and then we're gonna make up a new batch. And I'm gonna have to see. I have my treasure chest over here. I need to dig through to see if there's something special I can put in the next batch. So besides just gold, I love strip mines. I'm not a huge fan of strip mines, but you know, I think the older ones were better than just tearing up the whole mountain. 32 bags ready. There you go. I think he only sells a half gram bag. Well, he used to on Chicken Miner. Used to sell 1 gram bags and half gram bags, and those were it, or 1 grams of gold. And then I don't know if this year if he had the 1 gram. So I don't know, you know. I guess I could ask the person to send it to me, but I don't think they'll reply by tomorrow when I shoot this video. But, you know, we'll have to see. I might be able to guess just based on what I see tomorrow when I weigh it up, or later tonight if I weigh it up tonight. But it was either a half gram bag or a 1 gram bag. And I don't know if it was I think they raised their price slightly this year. But we're just going to weigh it up and see how much gold's in there, you know. It was fun to pan out. Hey, Beermans, how's it going? WD9UFO, how's it going? I'm trying to get good on eyeball. Don't even bother trying to eyeball weight. Gold is, the great thing about gold is, I mean, I've had some pieces where, you know, it's solid and looks like the size of a nickel, and you weigh it up and it weighs a half a gram. And then you get this little bitty, tiny little piece of gold and you weigh it up and it weighs 0.6 or 0.7. Some gold will be light, some gold will be heavy, just, how it's flattened out and folded in on itself, and you just never know. Gold is very tricky on when you look at it, guessing its weight. All winnings go to feed the old Sasquatch fund. There you go. So make sure, here, I will post it myself since I'm here. Make sure you go and post your comment in the hidden link so you can have a chance to win one of the last 2 bags of Tuesday tailings. And again, this is only available if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, unfortunately, I can't ship to you because it's too expensive. And there's just not enough gold in these. And if you've already won during this batch, and let me read off all the names from this batch, and that's Jurgen Krebitz, Sean Sparks, Mark Sheldon, Eric H., Charles King, Mad Hatter Prospecting, Big Texas Prospecting, Coming Out Swinging Metal Detecting, Josh Gear, and SDI Prospecting. Even though SDI didn't really get his bag because I don't know how to write an address correctly, but, it's going to get to him eventually. You can add gold or buy gold by the gram. I know you can buy gold by the gram. I don't know if I've ever seen the option to actually add gold. I mean, I guess if you emailed them and called them, most people do it anyway. But definitely wasn't anything added. That bag, there's barely a gram in there. There's a gram in there, so. And again, I'm not going to spend too much time trying to figure it out because this was a gift, and typically if they're gifts, I don't weigh them up. But I'm just curious if it's a half a gram or a gram, so we'll weigh it up and see. Camera always makes things, including people, look bigger. Yep. That's why everyone thinks Tom Cruise is 6 foot. In reality, he's 5'1", or 4'1", or 2'1", or something. But make sure you go over there. Let me go check and double check and make sure all the links, the comments are going through. A Nightbot would behaved himself tonight. That was good. I didn't even see him driving anybody crazy. Let's see. Where is the video details? There we go. Comments. Make sure everything's being approved. Yes, everything was approved. Then we need to get the link. Let me bookmark this. There we go. There we go. All right. Hopefully everyone's got their comments in. I'm going to catch up on chat, and then we're going to do a giveaway. Gold Rush on TV. I haven't watched Gold Rush in a couple years. I kind of got burned out once they kept bringing in dumb people. I kind of, it was fine when they first started with the Hoffmans and just, you said, okay, the Hoffmans have no clue what they're doing, but that's, 90% of us. If somebody gave me $1 million worth of equipment, I probably wouldn't know what I was doing and I'd look like a big buffoon too. So, it was like, okay, I understand that. But then when they left, they were like, oh, what about this guy that worked for Hoffman that also didn't know what he's doing? Let's give him $1 million. And then when he didn't find gold, they were like, okay, well, let's bring in the guy that worked for him that worked for Hoffman that didn't know how to find gold, and we'll, Clash ads at 75. Yeah, I would not buy Paydirt from Clash except for I do them for reviews. But personally, if I wasn't doing them for reviews, I would never buy Clash Paydirt. I don't think it's worth it. It's a very low ROI Paydirt. It's way overpriced. There's way too many better sellers out there. I like Clash. He's a nice guy, but, his Paydirt is not very good. So I would definitely not be adding gold to an already dismal bag of Paydirt. Thank you very much, Vendetta. I'm glad you missed the entire show because you were probably feeding your children or something or spending time with your wife. I hope you enjoyed yourself, brother. Give me $1 million, I'll find gold. Yeah, but you probably spend, that's one of the things is, that's what they always say about gold miners, you spend $1 million to find, $500,000 worth of gold. you know, and then you hit it rich, and the next year you go into debt and you find 2 million in gold, and then you spend 4 million because you think you're going to find more, and then, you know, you don't. So yeah, I don't know if it's my place to say, but I will say something. There was more details to that. If you know, let's just say Yukon Alley was not happy when, you know, with the entire thing. You know, and you know, I think if you look, okay, so I will say this, and maybe somebody can guess what I'm talking about. But if you watch my first review, if you go to my first review of Yukon Alley, the thumbnail, Yukon Alley is holding something in that picture, is her prized possession. Let's just say she no longer has that. She no longer has that prized possession ever since Freddie Dodge came to town. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, you know, definitely Freddie Dodge looks like a nice guy, but after I've heard that, I'm not so sure. So, oh yeah, that show pays him for everything. But well, thank you. I appreciate that, Gary. I mean, I love gold painting. I love the hobby. I think it's one of the best hobbies out there. You know, so the more reviews I do, the more reviews other people do out there, that gets really bad sellers out of the way. And, you know, I can tell you, I've been doing this for 8 years, not reviews, but painting Paydirt for 8 years. The Paydirt quality is so much better than it was 8 years ago. So, you know, it's slowly improving. And I don't know if it has anything to do with me or any of the other reviews, and just it could just be people are getting better. But, you know, hopefully it does help. But all right, let's go. We're going to give away, let me go get the link, and we're going to give away the second to last bag of Tuesday tailings. If I can find the link. There we go. There's the link. But all right, let's go. Let's go give away a bag of Paydirt. So that means I've got to shrink down the ugly mug. Let me move the panning cam. There we go. Shrink down the ugly mug, and we're going to give away a bag of Paydirt. So remember, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show to claim it, and then email me so I can get your mailing address. But if you don't claim it before the end of the show, you lose it, and you don't get it. It doesn't go to somebody else. It just goes back in the pile for somebody else next week. So, and then you'll still be ineligible. So you definitely, if you put your name in, you want to claim it. So here we go. Let me go to say, oh, and as you can see top 25 ROIs of all time. I took out gold and Paydirt, but some of these are really old. This lynch mining is really old, so I'm going to rework the way I do it. You know, but like this gold nugget sale, number 20. This one was recent. Vendetta Prospecting, 110. That was really recent. All the rest of these are pretty old. Irwin's Paydirt was actually really recent. I think that was last year. That was at 119% was the one where I bought used off of eBay. That was a really good one. That was a good deal. But all right. YouTube comment picker. Let's post it. And again, there are some ineligibles. We'll just say them again just in case. If I pull one of these names, we're going to repick. And that's not. And then that's Jurgen Kravitz, Sean Sparks, Mark Sheldon, Eric H., Charles King, Mad Hatter Prospecting, Big Texas Prospecting, Coming Out Swinging, Metal Detecting, John Gear, and SDI Prospecting. So if I pull any of your names, we'll just re-pull because you've already won this batch. Anything goes, including replies. Good luck, everyone. Thank you all for joining me on the show tonight. I wish I could give a bag to everyone, but I can't, so I can only give one bag, and here's the person it's going to. 67 comments. Let's pick a winner. Benjamin Garcia, congratulations, Benjamin. I think he won in the last batch too. But Benjamin Garcia, congratulations, brother. Make sure you post something in the live chat. Got Emu Chicks and Hound Dog. Oh, Emu Chicks. There you go. All right. That means Benjamin Garcia is forcing us. Ugly mug, full screen. But congratulations, Benjamin. Now we just got to wait for him to post. Been watching on TV, not watching chat. I don't blame you. I can't keep up with chat, and it's what I'm supposed to be doing. Nightbot has it rigged. There you go. Benjamin Garcia has posted. Just email me, Benjamin, or send me a message, and I will send this off to you. I'll probably get out. I might not be able to get it out tomorrow because I have a busy day tomorrow, but I'll get it out Thursday at the latest. But I appreciate that. Now, tomorrow I will post a very short, typical 2-minute video on this Paydirt. I'm just going to show the weight on it, talk about the chicken miner a little bit, but I can't do an ROI or anything else like that because I have no idea how much was paid for this, if it was a half-gram bag, a 1-gram bag, if it was a 10-gram bag and it was really shorted. But I will just post the results because I really like the chicken miner and I'm really curious how much this weighs. And I want to weigh up some of those little bitty pieces just to see. But I do have a video coming out Saturday, and then next Tuesday, we're going to be doing a Paydirt, but I don't know which video I've got coming out Saturday because I shot a video for this Saturday, but unfortunately all the audio was corrupted. So I don't know if I can reshoot the entire video audio or if I'm going to have to just scratch and tomorrow reshoot a new video. So I don't know who's going to be next Tuesday, but we do have some Paydirt for next Tuesday, you know, and then Saturday we're going to have a new review up, and then next Tuesday we're going to do some panning, and that's about it. Tomorrow some results. Again, Jonathan Brewer, I never complain about anybody sending me anything, no matter how long it takes them. You know, it's a kindness of your heart. You're sending me something. I take it, you know, when I get it. So I really do. Please. Thank you very much, Brother Vendetta. Thank you very much. But I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully I'll see you all next Tuesday, maybe Saturday for the premiere. But hopefully I definitely see everyone for next Tuesday. We're going to be panning out some Paydirt. I don't know who it is going to be yet. It's one of 2 people, but I don't know. It's my mind. I can't think of what the 2 people are, but we're going to have somebody review up Saturday. I will post some results tomorrow, and then next Tuesday we're going to be panning out some Paydirt as always. So thanks everyone. Happy panning.